My discussion today will be over the battles of the Civil War. The Civil War was a 4-year span war. It took place from April 12, 1861 through May 9, 1865. The history of the Civil War began in 1840. The idea of slavery dominated the Americans' consciousness. The political parties of the country in the 1850s drew a sharp line among economies in the North and the South areas in America. Once Abraham Lincoln, who was an anti-slave nominee, the importance of Civil War issues became obvious. The significance of the Civil War was the future freedom of slaves. This freedom of the slaves made way for the Civil Rights Acts that would occur in the future. The effects of the Civil War paved the way for civil rights legislation. It established an American military that pushed the South gradually away from a farming economy and kept the youth of the country together. The Civil War consisted of nearly over 10,000 battles, arrangements, or other military actions, including nearly 50 major battles. Today I will be discussing the most important battles and their significance. The first battle was Fort Sumter. It took place from April 12th through April 13th, 1861, near Charleston, South Carolina. The Battle of Fort Sumter was most known for being the first shots of the Civil War. This battle showed as a sign that the South was willing to fight for federal property. The second was First Bull Run, July 1861, and was also known as the First Manassas because it took place in Manassas Creek, Virginia. Bull Run was the first important action of the American Civil War. Bull Run shocked the North into the realization that it wouldn't be just a 3-month war, proving it wasn't going to be an easy win. Next was the Battle of Shiloh, also known as Pittsburgh Landing. This took place from April 6th through April 7th, 1862, and it occurred in the place of Shiloh, Tennessee. The Battle of Shiloh was a major battle in the Western theater of the American Civil War. It was known for being the most bloodiest 2-day battle in American history. Next was the 7-day retreat, or 7-day battle. This took place June 25th through July 1st, 1862. Near Richmond, Virginia. This was a series of 6 major battles. The Union Army of the Potomac was over 100,000 men strong, but was driven away from the goal of overtaking Richmond by the Confederates. Next was the Antietam Battle, September 7th, 1862. It was also known as the Battle of Sharpsburg. This took place near Sharpsburg, Maryland. This was also known for the bloodiest day of Civil War, or the single-day war in American history. 22,717 were dead, wounded, or missing. This battle gave Abraham Lincoln the perceived victory he desired to release the Emancipation Proclamation. Battle of Vicksburg, May 18th through July 4th, 1863. This took place in Vicksburg, Mississippi. The Battle of Vicksburg was the culmination of a land and naval campaign by the Union forces to capture a key strategy position during the American Civil War. Mississippi was a major goal for Western forces. Battle of Gettysburg, July 1st through 3rd, 1863. This took place in a town called Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Battle of Gettysburg involved the largest number of casualties in the entire war and was known as the turning point in the American Civil War. This resulted in the Union halting the Confederates' invasion of the North. This also was the reason behind Lincoln releasing the Gettysburg Address. Next was the Battle of Chattanooga, November 23rd through 25th, 1863, in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The Battle of Chattanooga's important was the Union victory in the Civil War. Chattanooga was a vital railroad that once taken became the gateway for later campaigns in the Deep South, including captures of Atlanta and Sherman's march to the sea. Battle of the Appomattox Courthouse, April 9th, 1865. The Appomattox Courthouse. This took place in the Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. When Lee surrendered to Grant in the village that the Appomattox Courthouse was at, was generally the end of the Civil War. But because of poor communication, other military groups continued to fight for several months to come. This is a picture of just a picture of the Civil War that I got from one of my sources. And this one shows the importance of where the Civil War took place, mainly in the western part of the United States, and you can kind of see the line where it kind of divides, like from the north and the south. Many major contributors during this war. One was the President, Abraham Lincoln. He released the Emancipation Proclamation. Ulysses S. Grant. Robert E. Lee. William Sherman. And Stonewall Jackson. The facts about the Civil War that I gathered was that it was the deadliest war in American history. This also paved the path to establish the Republican North and the Democratic South. This also led to the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment in the United States Constitution. Also, Abraham Lincoln became a well-known president for ending slavery. Thank you for your time.